to the $100 MBA Show, the business podcast that gives you what you need and nothing you don't, with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhome. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And in today's lesson, you will learn how to get on stage and speak at industry conferences. Getting on stage automatically makes you an authority. It helps build your brand. It helps build your credibility. It also helps you spread your messages to audiences. You see, the live experience is like nothing else. Your message resonates a lot stronger when you're in person. So a lot of us ask the question, how do I get on stage? How do I become that authority? Well, in today's lesson, I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to get into all the details and give you step-by-step tips on how to make sure you get on stage in those conferences in your industry. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by Earth Class Mail. As a new business, one of the first things you got to do is get a business address to separate your home life from business life. And with Earth Class Mail, they can set you up with a professional business address. And not only that, but all the mail that goes to that business address will get scanned and added to your account in the cloud. No more physical mail. You see, Earth Class Mail is revolutionizing mail. You can even get paid or pay invoices with Earth Class Mail because it all syncs with your accounting apps. To try Earth Class Mail free for a month, just go to earthclassmail.com/MBA month and use coupon code MBA month. So in today's lesson, I'm going to give you the exact tips to make sure you get on stage at your industry conferences. We're in all different industries, but the point here is that we're trying to get in front of our audience as a position of authority and to add value and show them what we got. So how do we get on that speaker list on those conferences? Before I get into the exact tips for that, we got to talk about something very important. Number one, this is going to be so much easier if you work on your public speaking skills, if you're actually good on stage. So being a very good public speaker will help you. One, because the first recommendation I have is have a speaker's reel, meaning have at least one clip of you on stage speaking on your website so people can see you in action. You could do a reel where it's like a montage of different times where you were on stage, but you don't have to get all fancy. You can actually literally just have a great 2-minute clip from one of your recent speeches. It'd be great if it's shot professionally, but even if it's shot really cleanly with good lighting with an iPhone, that could be good enough just to get started. But the point here is that those conferences that want speakers, they got to see you in action. If you do well on stage and they could see that on a video on your website, it's a lot easier for them to say yes. They have a lot more to base it on. And this is especially true if you're not a huge business yet or a huge brand or a well-known entity. Big brands or big businesses that are well-known in the industry, they'll get on stage just based on the merit of their business. But if you're not there yet, you have to show them what you got on stage. And by having a clip on your website, that helps a whole lot. If you don't have a clip of you speaking on stage, it doesn't matter. You still can make one, even if it's not at a conference. You can go to a co-working space or even a hotel room and book out a meeting space and have a friend shoot you while you run through a speech. It could be a tight shot as long as it shows you speaking. They want to see you perform. That's really what they want to say. They want to say, hey, if I put this person on stage, are they going to deliver? And trust me, there's a lot of people that do this, especially when they're first getting started. There's nothing wrong with doing this. The whole point here, again, is to show them what you got. Okay, so you got your video clip on your website. You want to get some things in order before you start applying, and I'll show you how you could start applying for these industry conferences. Number one, you have to have a bio. It doesn't have to be super long. It could be a couple small paragraphs, even one paragraph. And it just outlines what you do and how you add value to the world. You may want to throw in a couple accolades here. And this is for the speaker's page. It's also for whoever's going to introduce you on stage. You want to make sure you have a headshot. Maybe when you're doing the speaker reel or the speaker video, have somebody take a great shot with a plain background behind you. Now remember, this is supposed to be a professional headshot, so even though your friend is shooting it with an iPhone or whatever smartphone you have, you're doing it with intention, doing it with the intention of making this your professional headshot. So avoid cropping yourself out of a photo that you were at a party or something like that. Of course, on the bottom of your bio, you can include your links, like your link to your website or websites, your handles on social media like Twitter, and if you have anybody mentioning you in other publications, other websites, you can put those links too. So now you got your materials in order. All right, So now you got to research all the conferences in your industry. Now there's plenty in every industry, big and small. So what you want to do is you want to hit Google and write your industry plus conference or summit or convention. You get the point. You're going to look for as many as you can in your industry. You're going to join the email list of every single one so you know what's going on, when their next event is, when is it happening, and when they're having a call for speakers. Usually calls for speakers happen well in advance of the conference. If it's a big conference, sometimes it's a year or sometimes a year and a half before the conference. So it may be 2006 and they're calling for speakers for an event that's going to happen in 2018. Now, it's okay. You're playing the long game here. Some conferences, you're going to have to wait a year before you get on stage. Some of them, you might have a few months to wait for. The point here is that you want to get on every list and know when they are calling for speakers. And it happens well in advance. But the point here is you're trying to get on every email list so you can know when they're having a call for speakers so you can apply as soon as possible. The earlier, the better. The other reason why you want to be on the email list is because you want to find out how you can add unique value to the conference. When you're applying to speak, you're going to apply to speak on a certain topic. It's your job to come up with that topic. And you want to make sure that you're speaking on a topic that can add tremendous value to that crowd, something different, something unique, something that they're missing at the conference. So say, for example, I'm applying at a business conference, and I see that there are already 5 speakers speaking on the topic of social media. So I may want to avoid speaking about social media or applying to speak about social media. I want to tap into something that no one's speaking about and somewhere I can add value. So for me, it would be like webinars. It's a lot easier for the committee to say yes to that and say, yes, we want him on stage because he's going to be covering an area that we don't have covered. So you're going to have to take a look at every conference and see where you can add unique value. Now, there are 4 ways for you to apply for these conferences. They have a procedure, whether it's a Google Doc form or something like that. But you could follow the procedure. But you can also contact the organizer, whether through the contact page or through an email that's on the footer. But the point here is that you want to contact them and say, hey, I've applied to speak and be a part of your conference. I can't wait, but I'm not emailing about that. I'm emailing to see if I can help in any way. See if you can help them in promoting their conference. Can you write a blog post about them? See if you can add a photo of the conference or some media about the conference on the right side column of your blog. Suggest ways to help them out. You will stand out and they'll remember you. And you're genuinely helping them, so why not? Guys, I got more on today's topic, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, Harry's. Guys, as an entrepreneur, I'm always trying to save time and save headaches. And one thing that really saves me time and headaches is Harry's. I don't have to worry about shaving anymore because Harry's takes care of it. 1, I get a great shave. 2, I save money. 3, it's super convenient. They bring it right to my door. You see, Harry's is the only shaving company that has both amazing quality razors and low prices, along with their convenience. In fact, they have their own blade factory in Germany. That way they pass on the savings straight to you. They cut out the middleman. And I'm shaving with Harry's now, and I love how close and comfortable their shave is. And I'm not alone. Over 1 million guys have already made the switch, and thousands more every single day. Now, Harry's wants to hook up listeners of the $100 MBA Show with an amazing deal. Now, normally you would pay $32 for an 8-pack of blades at the drugstore. Absolutely ridiculous. At Harrys.com, it's a lot less expensive. At Harrys.com, you can get an amazing deal on a starter set for just $15. And the starter set comes with moisturizing shaving cream, 3 razor blades, and the razor itself. But Harry's is not going to stop there. They're going to give you an extra discount for your first order. You'll get the starter set that's for $15 normally for only $10. Harry's will shave $5 off your first order with promo code MBA. Stop overpaying for a great shave. Go to harrys.com right now. That's HARRYS.com and enter code MBA at checkout. Again, that's harrys.com, promo code MBA. Guys, to wrap up today's lesson on getting on stage at your industry's conferences, you want to make sure that you plan ahead. It's very hard to get on stage months before the conference. But if you plan ahead, you can queue up these speaking gigs and make sure that you do get on stage. Take the advice I took. Plan ahead. Get your clip together. Get your bio. Get your information. Get your headshot. Apply in advance and help the conference out. Stand out with your topic and your efforts to help them. This has helped me. I've done this myself, and I was able to get on stage plenty of times using these techniques. In fact, last year I spoke at over 12 conferences. Now, full disclosure, I didn't use these techniques in all of them because people already knew who I was. But when I first got started, I did use these techniques, and that's how I got known. people started to see me on stage and say, hey, this person could speak. And I was able to add value to the conference next year as well as other conferences in the industry. Guys, I hope you loved today's episode. If you did, we would love to hear it in an iTunes rating and review. By leaving us an iTunes rating and review, enter our weekly random draw to win a lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community. That's over 180 video lessons, interviews with experts, our great community on Facebook, workbooks, a whole lot more. And it's all yours for free. We give away a lifetime membership every Friday. On Free Ride Friday, we do a weekly random draw with all those who have left us iTunes rating and reviews. It's our way to say thank you for showing us love. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. Getting on stage can be hard at the start because maybe people don't know who you are. But that's okay. You will get a break. You will get a conference that sees the value in what you can offer. Try to differentiate yourself. Try to add unique value like I mentioned. Make the most of your time on stage. Make sure that you knock it out of the park so word gets around. I highly recommend the book Steal the Show by Michael Port, which is a great book that can help you get started and know how to just steal the show on stage and other performances in life. All right, guys, I hope that helps, and I hope to see you in tomorrow.